Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Check this out. It's the card drone by Kaideng. Kaideng has done quite a few quadcopters in the past, and they're finally getting into some of the really mini ones. This one is a little bit special because it's supposed to have face identification follow me. It is just a tiny little thing that fits in your pocket. We're going to unbox it, inspect it, get it out and fly in, and just see how good this thing works. Anyway, let's get started with the review of the Kaideng card drone K150. Let's do it. Okay, so you guys kind of already saw the box, just a picture of the drone on both sides. Looks pretty cool, some blue lighting there. There's the camera in the front. And the cool thing about this one is it's just pretty much all enclosed, really simple drone. There it is, the box is off. We've got a user's guide here, and there's the drone itself. It's very small. I guess they're calling it the KIZMO K150 card drone, the age of thinness. Okay, looking at the very side of the box really quick, it's got headless mode, it's got 720p, Wi-Fi HD to your phone, optical flow positioning, so that would be good for hovering and stability, auto hover, and it's got 3D reality and face identification. So this is the thing I'm interested in, how good this works. And let's see what we've got here. Got more paper, kind of opened it upside down, but there we go. So another user's guide there, and there is the drone itself. Very small. Let's pull it out of the wrapping here. It's actually, feels like it's tie wrapped in there. Make sure you don't just yank it out like I was. You don't want to break it right out of the box because it is in there pretty solid. But that's everything in the box. Let's see what fell out. We got two little bags that fell out here. We've got an extra set of propellers, so 4 propellers there. And then this bag here, this looks like the charger. So a little USB charger with a micro USB end here, and then that's the one you're gonna plug into your wall. Anyway, so here is the little KIZMO. It's looking pretty sleek. It's got very small propellers and just these very tiny brushed motors. You can see how they're set in sideways right up to the propellers. So pretty interesting design here. And that looks like the optical flow sensor. There's one sensor on the bottom for keeping its distance and tracking the ground. And then the camera here, very, very small camera, and doesn't look like it's gonna adjust at all. But that is the camera that is supposed to have some kind of facial tracking. And on the back here, the only other thing we've got on here is a micro USB port for charging. And that looks like a power button. So you want to download this app from Kaideng. It's called the KD-CD application in your Android or Apple store. So I downloaded that. And with this little guy, what you need to do is we need to turn it on and lock on to the Wi-Fi first. So we'll go ahead and on the back of it here, it has the power button. We just press power. Actually hold power and set it down. You can see the lights kind of flashing there. Next thing we want to do, of course, is we want to go into our Wi-Fi settings, and we want to make sure that we can connect to it. So we're looking for something, and there it is there. It's the KD-CD. So we immediately see it showing up as Wi-Fi. We're going to press on it there, and we should be able to automatically connect. No password or anything required, so that's great. So we'll go back over to the KD-CD drone app and we'll go ahead and connect to it. So this is the first time I am opening it up. So we're gonna allow everything, allow. Of course you can, I guess you can not allow certain things, but I'm just gonna do everything. See the KD-CD, so I'm gonna click on it. Okay, so interesting. So I waited about a minute and it's still here. The drone is still flashing and I still have connecting on the app. So, gosh, yeah, I don't know if this thing's gonna really work. Let's try this again. With Android, doesn't seem to be working. This is the LG G6 phone, and unfortunately, it's connecting through the Wi-Fi, but the app just does not want to load up. And occasionally that's the case. Maybe the app is not compatible with this type of firmware on this phone. So you know what I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm gonna give this another chance with the iPad or an iPhone, and let's see if we can get it to work. Okay guys, let's try this little KIZMO. I'm just out in the yard here. There's a little bit of wind, maybe about a 5 mile per hour variable right now. Kind of coming up off and on, but just gonna see how this thing does. So first things first is just hold on the power. and get that thing turned on. I'm just going to launch right off the trampoline here. I'm also going to record my iPad screen. We got to lock on the Wi-Fi first, so let's try that out. So we're going to go KDCD. Real easy, press on it. All right, that's locked on, and then we just want to launch this KDCD app. And there we go. So we are recording. You can see there's my shirt. There's two ways you're supposed to be able to take off. We can either push up on the throttle and push up again, or take off. We'll just do an auto takeoff this time. So pressing it. Okay. Wow, so you can see the wind's already totally blowing it away. Whoa, yeah. So any kind of wind. Can we land? There we go. Okay, I'm gonna go get it. It went way over there. Man, it just almost hit went over the shrub to the neighbor's house. So that was kind of interesting. Okay, so picked it up from the grass there, and there's no damage. It just took a couple presses of the landing button to land it. We still have video. When I kind of walked a little bit closer, the video came back in, so we have video again. And you guys will kind of see there's no stabilization on the video, so you're not going to really get a very stabilized video. You can see how it's pretty shaky. But I will say, man, that latency time on that Wi-Fi FPV is just amazing. You know what I'm going to do? Let's try in the house again. Okay, so still recording the screen. Let's go ahead and we'll do a level calibration. And what happens is the lights on it blink. Make sure you're on a level. And you can see those blue lights blink, and that should calibrate the level. So let's try this again. Taking off. All right, so this is reasonable. Look at this. Now it's flying not too bad because there's no wind whatsoever. So let's turn it around here, get it facing us. They say to be within like 2 meters, so I'm going to go back a little bit. And then I'm going to pick it up a little. And let's try the facial recognition here. Man, it's just really hard to get it to stick in the air. And now I'm seeing the lights blinking. Let's try a facial recognition really fast. Boom. And start. Oh, that was pretty cool. It turned itself. And I'm turning without touching the screen. Ah, that's pretty neat. It knows the shape of my head, but it lost track when I went in the sun. I mean the shadow. So now it's trying to bounce off the wall, and we're gonna lose it. Wow. So we'll try it one more time. Let's just try to take off again. And of course we can't take off because we're in facial tracking mode. So we'll try this time with just the takeoff button. Okay, how high is it gonna go? Looks like it goes about 10 feet. Let's try this again, facial tracking. Boom, pressing that up there. Whoa, now it's gonna land. Okay, so that was its low level landing. My goodness, do I want to put another charge in here? I'm going to put one more little charge in here. Let's take off the facial tracking. I'm going to put one more charge in it and give it just one more chance to do the facial tracking. But so far, guys, don't fly this outside at all because it's just all over the place. Okay, guys, we're going to try again with the KIZMO. I got another full charge. Seemed like it took about 45 minutes to charge this thing all the way up, FYI. So I'm recording the screen again. We're going to go into the KDCD application, calibrate again, just make sure it has level. And we also want to look at our trims. Our trims are all centered. Okay, let's try it out. So we'll just launch manually this time. Looks like it is kind of spinning on the table a little bit. All right. See how it does this time. Again, no wind. And we want to go back and track our face again. So we're getting a little bit of fluctuation. Okay. Go back and stay there, please. Okay. So not really holding its position as well as I would have liked it, but let's just try this anyway. So the hard part is it's kind of going up and down on its own. So for you to get your face centered, you need to kind of work it. So with any kind of wind, this ain't gonna work. So we'll go face recognition, draw our square, start. There we go. Sorry about that. So I just press start on the top corner, and now it is doing it. Of course, not super stable, but it is trying to keep it in the middle of the screen. Okay. Let's see what happens if we kind of go down. I'm squatting. Wow, yeah, okay, the drone is actually going down to follow my face. Let's see if we go up. Definitely gonna wanna have to go move a little bit slow. And again, in no wind. Let's see if we back up, if it'll come forward. Oh, having a little bit of trouble stabilizing. So super slow movements, it seems to kind of work. Not super good. Whoa, see how it completely lost track that time. And it started to go way back, so. Let's draw our box again. So it could get a little bit dangerous if you move too fast. Let me see if I kind of turn my head. Still recording. Whoa! Now it's just going in circles and flying all crazy. Reset. Ah, don't go over to the, oh my gosh. It's almost hitting the window. We'll take that off and we'll fly this way a little bit. So it's almost like it's just not stable enough to do face tracking. It's kind of like you kind of need GPS and stuff, you know what I mean? But they're trying to do it with a little toy like this. Okay, now I don't know why it's just spun around. It seems to want to do that occasionally. Just do like a weird spin. Could be like a Wi-Fi glitch, who knows. So let's get down again, a little bit more tracking maybe. Wow. Come on. So it's kind of like when if you go too high, it just has some trouble. Okay, let's stop it right here. Don't go high, just face track me. Of course, again guys, you can't pitch the camera, so it's kind of like I'm fighting with the fighting with its ability to hold its altitude. It would just hold a little bit higher. Spinning again, don't know what it's doing. No idea, it's going a little bit crazy again. Going up on its own. I'm not touching anything, it just did that on its own. So maybe a little bit of work that needs to be done. Seeing lights flashing. Again, they say you'll get about, whoa, spinning again. They say you'll get about 6 minutes of flight time on this thing. Wow, just all over the place. So it's like when it gets low on battery power, it just kind of goes crazy if you touch the controls at all. And then it's just going to kind of land when it gets into its low-level battery state. So as far as the pros and cons go, guys, it's kind of like definitely a toy drone. It's brushed motors. Its optical flow doesn't really work that well. It seems like when it does kind of get to settle in, it does kind of lock itself if you don't really touch the controls. The face tracking was kind of cool, kind of gimmicky, but it was actually able to track my face, and to my surprise, it was able to turn left and right and follow my face and also go up and down as I kind of squatted and went up. So kind of cool for somebody like maybe a kid that wants to mess around with a very mini drone that has tracking, optical tracking features. It just doesn't work very well. I do like the cool lighting around the sides. That was really neat. It blinks when it starts to get low, and then it seems like you have maybe about 30 seconds of flight until you need to land it, or it'll just just go down and land automatically. Big con outside, you better have 0 wind to be able to use this, because I had only about 5 mile per hour variables and it was just all over the place. I almost lost it the first time I put it up, and it seemed like it lost video connection only about 20 feet away. So very short range on this too. You really want to keep it within like 10 feet of yourself if you're even flying it. So bottom line is, it just is a toy with a cool face tracking feature. It doesn't have a controller. Some people really like controllers. Some people don't like to fly with their personal devices. So if you don't like to just fly without a controller, this one might not be for you, but it might be for you if you want something portable you can just stick in your pocket, or a kid, and it has a couple of those cool features. Anyway guys, the Kaideng KIZMO K150, I believe it was. This will be down in the description as usual down there. I hope you enjoyed that review. Just don't go outside with this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.